Okay, now I'm, recording our conversation on the computer. Wow, it's been a long time, like a
few months.
I don't even, I don't remember how long it's been.
Oh, maybe almost a year, maybe.
Yeah, and it's
it could be.
Yeah,
it could be. Yeah.
How
are you?
Yeah, good. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
You look all the same with your hair.
Everybody always says that.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I been really good. I mean, there's some rough situations with all this corona thing last year and the year before last year, like everybody does. Everybody, and I had a huge cut down on my income and everything else. But other than that, I'm pretty okay.
Yeah, I had the same thing here too. I had lost a bunch of students, online students, because of the corona thing, and then I got some students back, and then some other students left, and then some students weren't showing up for class, and their mothers started taking the class instead of them. And I'm supposed to, like, how do I give homework, grade school homework to mothers? It doesn't make any sense. So I've had conversations back and forth with the company about that. It's not right, So there's, the whole thing has been thrown up in the air. My music work is going okay, but it's taking a long time to do. Did I show you that I was in a book?
Oh, no, you're writing a book.
No, I was featured in a book. My music.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
Did I show that to you?
No, you didn't tell me. I mean,
let me go get the book. I'll show you. Okay. It's heavy. It's this book here.
Okay.
It's an expensive book.
Oh,
and it's got it's all the different keyboards from history.
Oh, really?
Now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like it's got a lot of talks about the pianos.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Piano, all the stuff in the organ, like the whole history of it's a very expensive, very classy book. There's the organ.
So you're in the book with this Birotron?
Yeah, it's they did an interview with me, and they said it was going to be a small picture, right?
Yeah.
But they made a big picture, which I'm happy I'm in there, but I've got all these people emailing me now and bothering me. And that's no fun.
Okay.
Like the thing is this: if I knew they were here.
Oh yeah. That's you're a celebrity now.
Yeah. There I am in the book.
Yeah.
And it talks to me about saving the instrument from extinction, right?
Yeah.
But so they put. I thought it was gonna be a little small thing on in the corner there like that, but they took the whole page, and they talk about my project here too, and the other page as well.
Wow.
So the good thing is it's got some publicity now. The bad thing is it's the wrong time because I'm not finished the work yet.
Oh, okay.
So there's a whole chapter on all mentions. That's another keyboard. That pictures are mine too. Those other things I've got, and then they did a whole chapter on those types of instruments, right?
Oh, wow.
That I'm working with. So it's I'm happy with it, but it's the right thing at the wrong time.
Okay.
Like I wish I was finished and then had that to show people, right?
Okay.
It would have been a little bit easier to answer people's questions in that. I've got people now asking me, when's everything going to be finished? And it's like,
when was the book published?
A year ago.
Oh, a year ago.
Just a year ago, yeah.
Yeah, because it definitely it's been over a year since I talked with you last time. Because I never heard you never said that you were on the blog about it.
It's funny. I keep I guess I should be more excited about it, but it's become kind of boring. like I've been on like radio and TV and stuff like that, and to me it just seems like it's exciting at the time, but it starts to become like a job, and then I just kind of forget it, and it stops becoming exciting. And it's happened so many times, and I'm just used to it now, and I don't think about it as special anymore, right? I guess that's the best way to describe it. It's like if you do a lot of these videos or these news things on TV, eventually they just all start to feel the same in a way, and it's like, oh, I'm doing this again. Okay.
Yeah, that's good analogy. Yeah. Because I've been reporting this. I've been promoting the tourist attractions in Jecheon City as
Yeah. That's an excellent job.
Yeah. No, because that's all part of my big plan, because I wanted to run for this city council member's position, since a long time, many couple of years ago. And now I definitely going to run for the position. The presidential election is just only 43 days away, March 9th. But right after that, about 2 or 3, less than 3 months later, you're going to have this local election where you elect mayors, providential governor, and the city council member, etc. So I'm, running for the very basic position. It's a good start. It's not very, very prominent position, but who knows? I can, go further after getting elected.
Sure.
Yeah,
absolutely. Sure. Yeah. Well, you're good at what you do, so why not try?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of people know me on internet, online, because I always, show my face on my videos. But the thing is, I didn't get to meet a lot of people in person. And nowadays, with all this Corona thing, people are like very freaked out. When I want to meet them person to person, they kind of hesitant meeting me.
Yeah.
How problem? Yeah.
How bad is it over there? The Corona thing?
It's getting. It's always been ups and downs, right? But recently we have over 10,000 new cases almost every day. So it's not that good.
Oh wow.
Yeah. How about Canada?
I think it's about the same. We keep getting into lockdown, then we're out of lockdown, go back in and go back out, and it's thrown everything out of whack. Like nobody knows what's going on.
Yeah. Do you wear masks when you go out?
Yeah, I wear a mask, and I'll wear, what else? I wear a mask, and I usually go out when there's not as many people out. We have some irresponsible people in this city who don't care about it at all. Like I think that there is a problem, but there's also a lot of people who are exaggerating it too. Like it's a serious problem, but there's some people out there who are acting like it's worse than it is. Like we need to have a balance between being safe but not being crazy,
Yeah.
And we have extremists on both sides here in Canada.
What about other people walking around without mask? They don't get punished by the government?
They just don't they don't get let into the shops if they do that.
At least they don't get fined.
No.
Oh, that's good.
They won't get fined. But if they try to go to a shop where a mask is required, the store owner can tell them to leave unless they get a mask. And when that happens, they can get in trouble. In Korea, do they give someone a fine if they're not wearing the mask?
Yeah, technically they get fined. They are supposed to get fined, but I never heard of people getting fined. When they are not wearing masks. But at least there is a law. There's a regulation.
Okay.
If you don't wear masks outside, you get fined. Yeah. But
wow, just outside,
Yeah.
walking around outside.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, we're okay. We're okay to walk around outside with no mask. It's when you're going inside a building that they want you to wear the mask.
Yeah. But we just said, when you step out of the house, you always wear a mask. Otherwise, there's a law that you can get fined. It's a crazy world. Yeah.
Oh, it is. That's the understatement of the century.
Yeah.
Understatement means it's not emphasized enough, right?
Yeah.
I think we had a chance to stop this, crazy virus like a year and a half ago, and maybe we didn't take it seriously enough.
Yeah.
In this city, all our haircut shops are closed down, right? So my hair is like very messy and disorganized.
At least you have a full of hair, at least. But I'm
are you losing your hair?
Yeah, not too much, but slightly, but sure,
Oh, okay, all right.
slowly but
My-
surely.
My problem is I have too much hair. It's way too bushy.
I
You're welcome to have
definitely
some
like,
of my hair anytime you want.
yeah.
It's like a rug on my head, you know. I don't like it. It's
I definitely like to have that problem too. I mean, yeah.
yeah. Anyway, it's
Okay. So have you ever, I mean, can you imagine me being a politician, even though it's a very,
I think so.
basic position?
I think you could, because you
Yeah.
you volunteer a lot of your time to do things in the community, and you work hard at what you're doing, and you take your time and think about a lot about how to improve the community of Chechen.
Oh,
and
thank
bringing-
you. Yeah.
bringing English speakers together with Koreans and getting the language exchange going. So I think you've done a lot, over the last few years about this stuff,
Yeah.
and volunteered your time. Even worked at times when maybe it was a lonely job for you, but you still did it
yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
So I think you did some credit for that.
Yeah.
Like I think if you don't, like if this is what you feel like you should be doing, then you by all means should try. I think it's important for you as a human being. When we don't listen to ourselves about what we feel is right or what we should do, it always is like, oh, I should have done this, or I should have done that. And I think if you don't try, or if you don't continue working hard at what you love, you might regret it. I know that when I'm not doing my music work after being in that book, I feel like, oh my God, what am I doing? I have to get it finished.
Yeah. So I was thinking that because I can't find many English speakers, especially Koreans are very having a hard time, practicing their English, right? So if I become a member, city council member, then I just develop this program, launch this program where even English speakers, or as well as English learners, can get together and practice their English, and native speakers like you get paid a little more, and English students learning English, they can have a more, I don't know, exciting and fun time practicing with foreigners or native speakers.
No, that's important. I've always felt like all the students I had, I could tell were, as equally as intelligent as I was. It's just that they can't express their ideas. They can't express their opinions. And yet they understand a lot of what I'm saying, right?
Exactly.
And I used to ask them, I go, do you guys understand like everything I'm saying? Is it 50% do you understand, or do you understand 80% or 100%? And then they would tell me they would understand 80% or 100%. Or wasn't. It's like, and I want to tell you that I feel so bad that I don't understand Korean, so that we could talk like that, because I'm interested in your ideas too. Right. That's what real exchange is about. We exchange our ideas and cultural exchange and everything. I mean, that's
the thing. Learning language is not just memorizing bunch of words and just grammars and rules, but it's learning language is trying to understand the other cultures, other way of thinking.
Absolutely. Absolutely, a lot of ideas. And I've always said this before. I think I mentioned this to you before, that since Korea is 5,000 years old, and Canada and some other countries are not that old, I think there's a lot that we can learn in Korean culture that we can bring into Canadian culture that can make us grow as people too.
Okay, talking about Canadian culture, how do they campaign during the election? I mean, do you have you don't have a president, but instead a prime minister, right?
We have a prime minister.
Prime minister. Today, they are elected by the people, right? The prime ministers. Yeah,
we elect a local person, and the local person represents the prime minister.
Okay.
That's how that works.
All right. Then how do you campaign? How do they campaign for their positions? Like
they'll talk about like modern problems that we have, modern social problems, and say, if you elect me, I'll do this for you, or I'll do that. And sometimes they keep their promise and sometimes not. But the other thing is this: a lot of people will think about who's going to get in and who's not going to get in at all, who doesn't have a chance, and they might vote for the people that maybe they don't like the person that's going to get in, but he'll give them some of what they want. And the person who's not going to get it at all, who has so few votes, they won't vote for that person because they'll think it's like throwing away their vote. So I've seen it done both ways.
Okay,
that always happens every election.
In Korea these days, we started bowing down. We just go out the street almost every morning, and we started bowing down to people, walking, going to work every morning. So I do the same. Like I just stand on the street corner and just bow to the passing cars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of
with a huge picket. Yeah. Okay, I'll show you. I'll show you the activity I've been doing.
Okay.
Used to do. All right. Okay. Okay.
Well, I'm glad you're good at Zoom.
Yeah. I've been conducting a Zoom class last year and a half. So, okay, this is my Facebook. There we go. See?
Oh, yeah.
In Korea, and we are out on the street again to bow down to people going to work this morning.
Oh, that's nice.
And
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. What's that?
Bowing down to the people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's KB Bank.
We have a journalist.
Yeah.
Taking
Oh, you
photos
know
of
that.
the party members.
Oh, yeah, I know
that.
Yeah, I know that area. I know
The
that
Democratic
very
Party
well.
in Korea, and they are very sincere.
Yeah. So I was just making this
This is
video.
all for the
So
presidential
that's
election.
why I'm not that.
That
I'm
is
not
about
in it.
only 40
That's good.
days away.
But yeah, I've been doing that the bowing ritual
Yeah.
almost every day, every morning.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
that's very, very eloquent. It looks like there's some new buildings there, huh? They maybe redid some things since I've been there.
Yeah, maybe they did some remodeling.
Like that big building on the side wasn't there before.
Yeah.
I recognize KB Bank, of course, because I was used to bank there.
And also when after finishing the bowing to the people, we picked up the garbages on the street, like cigarette butts and all this
It's funny. It's funny that you mentioned that. Me and my band used to put on concerts in the park. We would play music for a whole day, right? And then after the day was done, we would go to clean up all the garbage that people left on the grass.
Oh, you do that? Wow, that's amazing.
We did that. There's two reasons why we did it. We looked at how bad it was, and we thought we can't leave it like this when we're packing up our instruments, right? And I thought the other reason is that maybe somebody will think we left that garbage because we were there all day. So there was two reasons that it looked bad, and I thought we might get blamed for it. But I think a lot of everybody knew though that there was a lot of people watching us and left garbage. So me and the band would go and we'd pick up all the garbage, and we would get bags and throw it all away,
you're gonna need a huge garbage bag. People drove.
Well, we had like 30 garbage bags that we brought with us.
Yeah.
And we just picked up everything and brought it over to a dumping area, to like a big garbage can we could put it in that the city owns, right? But we were able to do our concert like 3 or 4 or 5 years in a row because we were taking care of the park. And people didn't mind it, like it was a welcome thing. But we have to care about our community, so that's part of. I thought that was a necessary thing. Anyway, and we had free food. We gave out food, hot dogs and pop to people that were coming there to watch us play. Because I was thinking, like, if I was watching a concert, what would I like it to be? Well, I'd like it to have free food, and I'd like to not have garbage everywhere. So that's what makes sense to me, right?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
that's a great idea, though. What you did, though, bowing and picking up the city, that's showing that you care about your community.
Yeah. So always just the caring for the community has to be first, not for your own benefits.
Yeah. Well, I always found Jetson very clean. It was always very tidy. Most of it was very tidy. The main streets and stuff.
But the presidential election is just around the corner, only just 40-something days away. So even though I'm my main focus is going to be on my own election, which is 1st of June. We call it local election. Electing mayors and city council members and provincial council members, things like that. But that's all secondary now. We mainly have the party members, including me, party members. We try to focus on winning presidential election. That's only 40-something days away. Yeah.
Wow. How do you feel about the presidential election? Like, do you know who you're going to vote for, or do you have?
Yeah, of course. I'm gonna vote for our party's presidential candidate. Of course. And whose name is Lee Jae-myung, by the way.
Oh, really? Okay.
Lee Jae-myung. There's these two main presidential candidates. One is who I'm rooting for is Lee Jae-myung. I think he's a much, way much, capable guy than the other one. It's not that I'm in the same party with him. That's why I don't say that's because, but objectively judging, because he's the best guy to lead the country. Anyway, the other one is Yoon Sung-yeol. Either Lee Jae-myung, our party's candidate, and the other one, Yoon Sung-yeol, is going to be the next president of Korea for 5 years.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. So it's definitely, it's kind of like a war.
Can I ask you a question? Why do you feel that the other guy is going to be the president for 5 years? Like, what makes you think he would win?
No. I didn't say he's going to win, but I'm pretty sure that we can win. But the thing is, our party member's candidate was, he grew up in a very poor family, working his way up to, he only had a formal education, elementary school from kind of level. And after that, there's this thing, the GED, American, like a high school equivalent exam or middle school equivalent exam.
The grade point average, right?
Yeah, a grade. Yeah, that's right. He took that test twice. One, equivalent graduating middle school, and the other one is high school. And he also, went to the college with a scholarship. So he was born very, very poor family, and he was working and studying, day and night. And he, finally reached that. He became a mayor of the metropolitan city and the governor of the province. Now he has become a candidate for presidency. But the other guy, he's just he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth.
I know what you mean. In other words, he's been lucky all his life and doesn't have to do. It's okay. I don't have to do any work. What's
exactly.
Today, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's
just too many people like that.
Yeah.
Well, our prime minister's like that too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he doesn't do any work. Right now, during the COVID problem, he's on vacation in Costa Rica. So we're like angry about that, right?
Yeah, Costa Rica is such a nice place for him to go.
Yeah, exactly. What about the rest of us? It's like you know those cardboard cutouts you see in the advertisement. It's like a man standing there like this, holding a chicken or something like that for a restaurant.
Yeah.
In a cardboard. Well, you could take one of him, a cardboard cutout of him, and put it in the prime minister's chair. It would be the same thing, right? He doesn't even have to be doing his job. Just get the cardboard cutout of him, stick him in the chair. I mean, I'm joking, but it's in a way not a joke. He's hardly ever there at his job.
Yeah, exactly. The other guy is the guy with the born with the silver spoon in his mouth. He thinks he's got it. He's got all. So he's just a lean back, and the other, the subordinate would do all this job running the country. I think
well, there's some people think that if they have money in their background, that they can go and pay people off to do everything.
Yeah, exactly.
That they want, but that's not really.
Yeah.
They may be able to do that, but that doesn't mean that's what the people want. It's not good for the country either, right? I mean, that's how Hitler got into power. Hitler had people funding him that put him there. So
anyway, that's why I'm so enthusiastic about promoting our presidential candidate.
Yeah. Oh, I can understand that. And you care about your country too. I've got a friend here in Canada who wants to, I don't know how they're going to vote, but they're concerned about the election. They've got to go to the Korean embassy and do the vote through there.
Are there any?
It's important because we had Young Bak a little while ago, and then we had Park Geun-hye, and now we got Mr. Moon, right?
Yeah. Lee and Park Geun-hye, they are in jail now, in prison now, still.
Yeah.
I think
they're both in jail. Both of them?
They're for jail for many years.
Oh my God! I knew Park Geun-hye was. I didn't know.
Both of them. I mean, this Young Bak guy, he's in and out of the jail all the time. Now I think he's in the jail now, in prison. But Park Geun-hye, I think she's out, or is going to be out very soon, because there's a special pardon that president grant to the political prisoners, or the prisoners who are whose health is not that good. I think there's a special pardon. So
her health not good?
Yeah, her.
Her health is not as good.
Yeah. I think
the food is not very good in prison. I mean,
probably not.
Wow.
I don't want to check it out myself. Anyway, yeah.
Wow, that's too bad that the political system has got. Yeah. It's kind of is like that,
You know what? Exactly the same thing is going to happen this coming election, because there's these two guys, right? Whoever is going to lose, he's going to jail. That is for certain.
Why does that happen?
Because you should think about anybody.
You mean they don't like each other that much that one guy will put the other guy in jail?
Yeah, it's almost like a small war. Just
wow.
Drawing.
I didn't realize it was that bad.
Yeah, it's that bad. Yeah, it's like almost like a life and death war. Yeah, wow. Yeah. So
in Canada, they don't like each other. They just yell back and forth across the.
Not only that, you can check it out later. Either one of them is going to. Sorry.
There is. I was going to say this. There is one good thing about this, and that is that that this is a real election between two people that are competing. In some countries, like in other countries, you might see the two guys, like the two candidates, right?
Yeah.
And one of them will get in, and the other guy will be friendly with him, and that's really not two separate people at all. They're like acting for the same business interests. There's no reason they just pretending to compete, but really they're going to do the same thing, and it's fake,
all right.
And a lot of that happens in Canada sometimes, and it happens in
really?
It's USA too. I think that they're just acting, and they're really just fake, and they've already been paid off. That's what I wonder sometimes about that. At least in Korea, if you know one guy's going to jail, then you know it's going to be a real competition.
Yeah, it's definitely a competition. It's like a life and death competition. One is going to be a president. The other is going to be in jail.
They should make him work at McDonald's, like cleaning the toilets or something instead. It must be an invented jail charge, right? Or maybe they did something bad already. It's like, okay, I got you now. Now you're going, you know.
Yeah, because the president can, you know, because they have so much power that they can just you know, make accusations about the other one, and they just put them in jail. Yeah, I think that's still possible in Korea.
Wow. I guess it's got its good points and its bad points, just like everything else, you know.
But fortunately, yeah, if I don't lose, I don't have to go to jail, I guess, because it's very basic, you know, the city council member. Yeah.
At your level that you're working at, that would never happen, right?
Yeah, I'll tell you the secret. I mean, not secret. I will tell you the, you know, my plan. I just wanted to start this lower governmental position, even though it doesn't pay too much. But after 4 years later, I'm gonna upgrade. You know, challenging for the mayor's position.
Okay. Yeah.
Che천시's mayor. So if I think if I can win this city council member, and during the 4 years, I work very, very hard day and night, and you know, I can prove that my integrity and capability to the city, Che천시's people, then probably next goal is going to be a mayor. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Then I invite you. I mean, I can invite you.
That would be so wonderful. Absolutely.
Yeah. I can invite you even when I became you know, a city council member. I have that small power. I can invite you over. Yeah. That's amazing. I can buy you a ticket, airplane ticket.
That's incredible. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I would gladly go over. Yeah. I mean, I miss Jetchen, and I miss the food. You know, there's a lot of things I miss there.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, that would be wonderful. You know. Plus, I mean, if you're contributing to community, or you're investing a lot of time in this, and a lot of energy, and it gives you it makes you feel good. So your interest in this is sincere, right? You really do want to make a difference. And I think that's a wonderful thing. You know, there's not enough people taking care of our community, like here or in Korea. I think more people we would be a lot further ahead if more people you know, cared, right?
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
So I'm you know, I'm really glad that you're doing what you're doing in it, that you're passionate about it, right? Because it takes that, you know, it's a lot of work, and you know, you've been doing this for a while now, volunteering here, helping this person, helping that, doing this. And I think it's all very wonderful, and it's a great big body of work. That's like you're going to have a bit of a legacy behind you as you keep working on this stuff. I think it's a good idea.
I'm gonna make a because this mayor, current mayor, who I'm very close, not very close, because he understands my vision to make a Chechen city like a multicultural and a multilingual city. And this current mayor is very interested in, you know, making city a big, huge tourist attraction.
Well, it's interesting, because Jetchen's kind of like right in the middle of all the other cities. It's
exactly.
It's what I call a hub, right? Because everybody can go there. It's small enough that you can get around easily and enjoy all the foods. And it's got, you know, beautiful places there. It's you got the Medicine Expo. It's got the film festival. There's a lot of things there that are a benefit, and it's not so overwhelmingly big that it takes you, you know, 10 years to get from one side of the city to the other, right?
Actually, you know, without the corona, we could have had this you know, program where we invite foreigners over, and you know, make them experience the tourist attractions of Chechen City, and you know, have them try the Chechen City's you know, traditional cuisine, you know, the gourmet food. So I even volunteered to, to become a translator or interpreter for them. But with all this Corona thing, just forget about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, it'll start to get, like, I think all this will go away, but it's going to be probably starting in the summer or fall.
Yeah, probably.
But it's probably it'll all be probably done by then.
Yeah. So I'm hopefully people understand my intention, my integrity and sincerity, and hopefully for me to become a city council member. Yeah,
I think as long as you're out there putting yourself out there and people can see your actions, right? If your actions are working hard and doing this and doing that, they can make their own mind up. Like, this is what I did when I was in Korea. I knew I couldn't speak Korean very well, if almost not at all, really.
Yeah.
And but what I could do is I could show people that I would work hard for them. And so even if I couldn't speak well, I would try to be as very friendly as I could, or if someone needed help, I would do all the extra work that I could, so that they could see me really working hard, right? And that way I can't talk about working hard, but I can show them how hard I'm working. And then they can maybe make an informed decision about who I am as a person,
Yeah.
And that I'm there because I really do care. Not because I'm just there. I'm not just there to earn some money. I'm there because I want to make a difference, and I want to meet the people and help them, and I want them to teach me something too, right? That's what's, I mean, I always told my students, I'm your English teacher, but you're also my teachers too.
Oh yeah.
And you and I want you to help me help you, right? So that way we're all benefiting together. We're either all going to win together, or we're all going to lose together. It's more fun to win. It's more fun to win together. So let's win,
of course. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. So definitely, I hope people will see, that I can be useful for the Chechen city, and see my intention, a genuine intention to do something for the Chechen city. Anyway, so that's why I get up. Bowing to people on the street is not that hard, but getting up early in the morning is a hard part. Usually, it's the winter now.
I know, and you got to go out there in the cold with your coat.
It's just a bundle up. Still, I have to, encouraging myself. Okay, Sangyeong, get up. Okay.
Here's a story that might encourage you a little bit. I used to live, very close to DJ's school. There's an apartment there, but there was one too many people that were like drunk at nighttime that would walk by my window, and eventually I had to leave this apartment because I couldn't get any sleep, And so I moved out to an apartment at Shinwol Tong. That was where my apartment was, which is fairly far away from my school. And it would take me about a half hour to walk every morning to my school, right? So I would get up early in the very cold weather or very hot weather, and I would walk all the way there. And when my students and other teachers found out, well, I can't believe you're walking half hour, every morning to this, I go, that's how serious I take this job. I care about making a difference, right? I didn't get a nice comfy apartment close by. Again, I chose this isolated apartment where I could do my work and maybe make lesson plans or whatever, and I would walk to school every morning like that. This is because I'm serious about my job, and I care, and I don't mind doing that work. I consider that part of my character of having to do that. I will do whatever it takes to
integrity.
Help out. Integrity. So that's a relationship I have with myself. And if my students were shocked that I was living so far away and walking, like I said, well, I'm doing this for you, and I'm doing this for me too. Honestly, I'm doing this to see if I can do this every morning. And I'm doing this to help you too, to learn English well. I'm here to make a difference. I'm not here to waste time, right? I didn't fly 10,000 miles to Korea to do that for nothing. I came there to make a difference and improve people's lives and improve my life, and all of us winning together. And so I really do believe in that. So it's hard to get up that early in the morning and do that, but it's part of building character, I think.
Because you have a bigger picture. than yourself. Yeah.
You become part of your environment that way. You become part of your community that way. So you're not thinking it's not just about me, it's about serving everybody, right? As well. So I think that's part of it too. And it is hard. It's not easy, but it does make you feel very proud and accomplished, and gives you confidence, because it's like, okay, this didn't work out, but I know I can get there this way. There's always another way around something, or
you know what,
I can handle the difficulties.
Okay. You know what, anyway, you're gonna find out if I get elected or not this coming after June the 1st. June the 1st is election day, my election day, but only presidential election is just only 48 days away, like I said. And if I can, when I get, not if, when, when I get elected, I definitely invite you over.
Yes, I would really love that.
Because as a musician, or as an English teacher, or just a tourist, we have we can sometimes subsidize people, people living other city to come to City experience, to experience, food, or, we just give them shelter or food for like 2 weeks, sometimes a month, for free. So,
wow.
I can definitely ask a council to invest it to foreigners like you. Who
That's wonderful.
love City. Yeah.
You know what I would really love to, if only I had, if only this instrument was working now 100%, it would be great if I was done, and then you could market at me as coming over there and I'm bringing the world's rarest musical instrument.
Wow.
That was supposed to be released 40 years ago and never was released.
That's gonna be big. You can have a concert.
I could do a concert with the world's rarest musical instrument. You could hear the Beatles singing on those tapes that were never, that's the kind of thing I would love to do if it was feasible. You know what I mean? If it was all finished,
Yeah, it's totally possible.
Yeah.
I mean, when I become a city council member, it's definitely possible.
Yeah. You see, because then my trip is justified by me bringing something unique that the world has never heard before.
Of course. Yeah. Of course.
Something special like that too.
Yeah.
Because I've always told, when I was there, I was told I told the other teachers, because they would ask you, what are you doing in your spare time? And I said, well, I'm fixing this thing, or I'm doing these parts, and they had to explain what this was. And it's like, oh my God. And I don't think a lot of people believed it or took it seriously. But then when they saw my name on a radio interview or in the book, or say, oh wow, so this is serious. Wow. Yeah, it's always been serious to me, I guess, not to other people. Now they take it serious because it's in a book. It's like, well, it was always serious to me. It's not to you guys, right?
Oh,
that's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Something like that would be a good reason, right? Because I'm not just a tourist. I'm bringing something new and innovative to.
Then have my justification to bring you over. Even we can pay you, for playing, to have your concert here. Yeah. Wow, this is gonna be really fantastic. Yeah.
Well, I would love to do it. It's just the only problem is it's not finished yet, right? I don't think it won't be. It would probably be finished by next year if we keep working every day on it.
Okay.
Yeah. But
that's okay.
But if you get if in that position, we can figure it out for next year. And of course, next year I think Corona is over and everything will open back up again.
Definitely another reason to get elected. To bring you over. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And maybe I could bring back my moon rocks or Mars rocks or unusual things and show people that too.
Yeah. So and I can be your translator there or interpreter there, because a translator, interpreter, American or Canadian English, they usually say interpreter, right? But when I was working with this German engineer, he always say translator. And so, maybe, British English, they use a translator more instead of an interpreter. So
the words kind of mean the same thing, but I think interpreter, the word interpreter has a kind of a political sound to it. Translator is more like the direct
usually,
process, you know?
usually, from what I understand, usually interpreter, they usually talk, English, Korean, English, but translator, they usually write,
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
That's true. That's more
Usually.
accurate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's usually, but that's a Canadian or North American English, but the way British, I think that they are, exchangeable with each other. Anyway, yeah.
I think it's
Yeah,
because it's
definitely.
European, right? It's like a European European thing where they might use
Yeah,
a different
probably.
word for
Yeah.
that. You know?
Yeah,
That's okay. That's wonderful.
yeah,
too.
that's okay, no problem. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, hopefully I can see you there. I mean, in Korea. Yeah, in Jeson City.
Oh
And
yeah,
it's
no,
not-
actually, I wanted to come back last year, or it was 2 years ago, but because of this thing started, it was impossible to do.
Yeah,
do
yeah.
it, right?
Yeah.
So it's the whole world has been affected by this thing, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think it's gonna go away very soon. Yeah, I think give it a just 6 months, and we should be able to take up a mask. And if you get a if you caught coronavirus, then okay, just to take a good rest for 2 or 3 days, and just that you are better, just like catching a bad cold. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's gonna be like that very soon.
Yeah. Do you know anybody who's had it? I know. Let's see. I think I know 3 or 4 people that have had it, but that's it. It's not a bit. I don't know a lot of people who've had it.
So, not just very close around me, but I know some people who are living other cities who got the coronavirus and they got well.
Yeah. Everybody I know got well too. Yeah.
So, but for me, I've never took a coronavirus test so far. Lucky me, and I'm gonna keep it that way.
Yeah. I've never had a test either.
Oh, good.
I've never had a test for it, but I've always been, because I was doing this project, right, and I had to keep my health up because I couldn't lose a day.
Exactly.
And it was the same thing when I was teaching. I couldn't be sick and teach, right? I always try to maintain my health overall so that I don't get sick. Or if I do get sick, that I don't get sick very seriously. It's just a little bit, So I've always tried to stay on track with that because I've never liked being sick,
Yeah, it's because it has become almost my daily habit that I take care of my house. Because when I was studying and living in Australia, there's only me in the entire country. So I don't have anyone to take care of me. So I'm the only one who is responsible for taking care of myself. So I'm very very serious about taking care of my house.
Yeah, I felt that way in Korea too. I wanted to take care of myself, and I also didn't want to be dependent on somebody who maybe couldn't help me. And maybe in a way, it would be like me giving them a pressure that they don't need. Right? Like the doctors are already dealing with a lot of people who are sick. Before, not just with Corona, but even before Corona happened, they kids get sick during the school year. Something happens. And it's like I don't want to be burdening. I don't want to be a burden or adding to that. If I'm smart enough and I can take care of my health, I should be doing that as a responsibility to myself and to my community too.
It's almost like during that 10 long years while staying in Australia, I never got sick at all.
Wow, that's amazing.
I never visited a doctor even one time. The only time I visited a doctor is to extend my visa because I needed this, checkup certificate. That's the only one time I visited a doctor. But after that, I never ever got sick. I never visited a doctor at all during that 10 years.
That's
staying in
pretty
Australia.
good. That's amazing, actually.
Yeah.
But you know how to take care of your health then.
Yeah.
So you weren't eating KFC and McDonald's every day in Australia then.
Yeah, sometimes I indulge KFC and McDonald's, but rather just to go to the grocery store, pick up healthy foods. Yeah.
I mean, you could it's okay to have that stuff once in a while, right?
Yeah, once in a while.
Fun,
Yeah,
fun, but you could never make a regular diet out of it.
No, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's true that, and you feel better too when you're taking care of your health, and you can feel proud of yourself, right? And you can help other people, teach them how to take care of themselves too. You know, that's really wonderful.
Yeah. So I don't see what all this first first about, like just to try to take care of your health. Don't drink. I mean, just stop smoking for God's sake. Yeah.
Well, that was actually a big problem with some of the other foreigners. They would want to go. They would ask me to go drinking with them, during the week. I'd say, guys, we have to work tomorrow. Like, why do you want to do that, right? And they go, it's like, no, I don't feel good about doing that. I want to be, awake and aware. We're here to teach. We're here to make it help. I remember there's a Korean girl that wanted me to go drinking with her during the week, and I had to tell her no. I think she was mad at me or really disappointed. But it's like, I'm sorry. My teacher's expecting me to see. He's expecting to see me there, bright-eyed and with it and straight and normal and ready to teach. So that's what I did all the time. I never tried drinking with the other teachers during the week. I think they kind of did. Maybe some of them didn't like me for that, but it's like, I don't care. My health comes first, and my job comes first. I can do that anytime.
Exactly. You have a job to do tomorrow, right? Yeah, exactly. Wow, you're very responsible. Almost like I always have maintained that again, integrity.
I never thought it's true. I guess it is integrity, but I never really thought of it in my mind that way. I just thought, like, what could happen to me if I don't do this? I mean, you're going to do a bad job. I'm going to let the kids down, the parents down, the teachers down. The bad thing that happens out of that is worse. Is so far worse than I have more than a good reason to do a good job, because the alternative is not even allowable, right? I mean, it's not, it's too embarrassing. So
but there were mindset.
And those other teachers, I think they were gone in like a year's time. They never got their contracts renewed, and it's like, well, thank God they're gone. They're not. I don't have the pressure anymore to go drinking with them.
Yeah. So sometimes some Koreans, sometimes they do that. But
like having maybe like going out for dinner and having a drink, that's okay. But these guys wanted to go out and have a drink after drink after drink after drink after drink. What's the point? It's just stupid.
I know. Okay, you trust me. It was a lot worse before. If you don't drink, like only about decades ago, it's called it's kind of peer pressure, right? You have a bunch of friends and colleagues. They all just like to hang out in a bar, in a pub, or even dinner time. They order drink and some kind of have a push you to drink. So I think this is stupid. Anyway.
Well, I mean, it's are we there? The question becomes: are we there for friendship and having a good time and eating and drinking a little bit, or are we just there to get drunk?
Exactly.
I mean, which one is it? Because the first time I went, it was just it started off being about meals and getting to know each other, and then slowly it became just about drinking. It's like, okay, guys, like I'll do that with you guys on Friday night and Saturday night, but not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. It's not a smart idea, right? But they were American and from some other countries, and I guess I don't know, maybe they were more carefree about it, perhaps. Maybe their job wasn't as demanding. For me, I felt, I was in a very professional school, and all eyes were upon me, and they wanted to make sure I was doing a good job. So I took that seriously, right? I don't want to make a fool of myself. Maybe where they were, they weren't under a lot of scrutiny, or nobody was watching them. But in my case, I think everybody was watching me, and they wanted to make sure I was the right person in the job.
Which is
So I think that was part of it too. Yeah.
That's good. Okay, so you can help me out from afar, from the Canada. Just that, if you have a time, just leave a comment on my posting, because I'll be posting, similar videos like you saw before, like
Okay, sure.
so that I have good friends, Canada, that I can, promote Jechon to, and things like that. Just leave us some comments sometimes, and then sometimes if you have a time, you can just shoot like a 1 minute or 2 minute video, just rooting for me. That would be really, really good help. Yeah, maybe your friends too. Yeah, because maybe your friends or family members.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, what's interesting about this is you might feel that this is a new step for you or something like that, but I see this as kind of a,
this is a huge
in
step,
my eyes,
basically.
it's a new step for you, but it's also, I see it as like a logical progression. Like you've been working in this direction for so long. It's just the next, it's like a tunnel that you're going to go through.
It's almost like a destiny.
Yeah. It's on the road. It's on the road of where you already are.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna come to that place, right?
Yeah.
And then that's kind of how I see this. So in a way, I like, it's a new thing for you, but I also see it was always there for you to meet and and grow into, I guess, is the way I'm saying it. It's like it's not really any different than what you haven't done already, in a way. You've always been helping your community and doing something like this as long as I've known you. So it's just a natural progression in a way.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Wow, this really, really helpful comment from you there. Yeah.
No, I appreciate. No, yeah, but it's just the way I see it, because you've been doing this for so long that naturally you're going to come to a place where you want to be able to do more and advance what you're doing. This is one way. It was one way of bringing it to the next stage, if you like.
Yeah, because all the a lot of people who have known me, when I told them my intention that I wanted to run for the position, they say, "Oh, you don't drink, you don't smoke. That's the evil place. All this, crazy like conspiracies and all the money involving things, the politics all the way. You cannot survive in there." That's very very discouraging remark from all the people.
It is. It's also kind of a narrow way of thinking about them.
Yeah.
Like they can't all be like that. There's got to be some good people. There's got to be some good people there, right?
Yeah. But now, because I've been doing this, for about a year, that after I told them my intention to run, and I showed them the sincerity and consistency, they now tell me, okay, maybe you try it.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
I would say that the fact that you've been walking along this path and you've been volunteering and you've been doing all this work for so long, that counts, right? That counts, and it gets you into that group of people where if you do have to negotiate, you can say, well, I've done this and I've done that. I'm steady in my approach. I haven't got off the path. I've always been walking on the path. So this is naturally where I'm going to be going. And if you guys like me, that's great. If you don't like me, well, that's okay too. It's not going to stop me. I'm going to keep going.
Yeah.
Like I've had people tell me, why don't you give up that music project? It's costing you too much time. It's costing you too much money. It's impossible. No, they gave up on it years ago because it was impossible. Why don't you follow their lesson? It's like, no, this is what I want to do. And even if it kills me, I'm going to do it. And I'm eventually going to fix it. And it's going to make me some money and maybe make me a little bit famous. And I'll finally accomplish this thing. And then I'll do something else that's different from that after that. Right.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just a natural way. It's like walking any path.
Yeah.
Some difficulties there, some easy things. And it's just a matter of staying on the path and not giving up. That's all that is.
Yeah. Any great things takes time to achieve. Yeah,
absolutely.
Any great things. Yeah.
And it's just about keeping your focus, right?
Yes.
Yeah, when someone just would tell me, "Why don't you quit?" or "Why don't you do this?" I said, "Well, you know what? I'll take a break for about one day, and tomorrow I'm going to be back again." Like when I'm not gonna leave. I'm going to be on the path all the time. I'll stop for one day and take a break, but I'm not going to get off the path. I'm going to keep walking.
Wow.
You can't. You can't stop me. Nothing can stop me. Right?
Wow, you're so determined. Yeah. Now I'm kind of like you. Like I'm so determined to win this thing. And even if I fail this time, I don't mind trying next time. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. That's the way you have to be, right?
Well, hopefully,
it shows that you,
yeah. Hopefully, I can win this thing this time. Yeah.
Well, that'd be wonderful. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Plus, you've been working so long on this kind of stuff that you deserve. I think you deserve that chance to make a even bigger difference in the community. You know, you have a passion for it. You're sincere. You know.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we need sincere people doing that kind of work, you know.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah, well, absolutely. You know, you can always make a joke, I guess, if you got a mask of the guy, you know, with a silver spoon in his mouth, and you get a silver spoon and you put it in like a cartoon character, right?
Yeah.
You know, but that kind of stuff is for the people that like to, I guess, it's called mudslinging. You know, you've heard of that term?
Yeah, it's like a backbiting or just throwing out, you know.
Like you might be, someone might say something about you, or it might tempt you to try to do that.
Yeah.
And I think if you stay classy and you don't do that, just say my work speaks for itself, then you make them look bad. You know, you don't go down to their level and play that game. You just stay focused and say, look at my work record. My work speaks for itself. I don't have to say anything bad about that guy at all. Right. And then you'll win the hearts of the people that way too.
Yeah. I always try to do that because I haven't had I wasn't commenting on any political, my political point of view, but I started commenting on my party's candidate, which who the other party's supporters hate. Of course, they are fighting viciously, right? So I started promoting my party's president candidate, and the other people just started drawing bad word at my posting. But I always respond with integrity and again, politeness and with all the sincerity. And just that, thank you for your comment, but I really appreciate it. But I don't blame. I don't want to say any bad things about your comment. But I wish you all, your health, and wish you to be happy. That's it.
Yeah.
And
I've had people argue with me sometimes over political things, and I'll say, I'll tell them, I said, if you can attack, if you want to attack me, attack the ideas I talk about. Don't attack me as a person. Attack the ideas. Is that we're talking about ideas, it's not about me, it's about what ideas are good and what ideas are not good, right? So if we keep just focusing on ideas, let's vote for ideas. Let's not vote for necessarily for making a good person or a bad person. Let's discuss the ideas. That moves us ahead. And then we're taking the person out of the equation and just discussing what's a good idea, what's a bad idea. So I tell my detractors or people who say bad things, if you want to talk to me, or I'll listen to you what you have to say, but let's discuss the ideas. Let's not make personal insults, because that doesn't work, right? It doesn't help anybody. I don't want to insult you, and you really don't want to insult me. What you want to do is attack my ideas. So go ahead, attack my ideas, and I'll defend my ideas.
Yeah. So I just respond, with a good intention about my about people attacking me. So then, interestingly enough, they don't attack it anymore.
Because they can't get you upset. It doesn't work. That's the key, right? Just don't get upset.
That's how I win.
That's it. You just stay focused and stay walking. Keep on your path. Keep walking on your path, and don't let anything.
Because my vision, my dream is way too big. for me to fight with trivial, with the people about trivial things. So, yeah.
Yeah. How do
Oh, sorry.
I was going to ask you, what do you think of the Mr. Moon president as he is right now? Like, I have a friend who doesn't like him because she.
Hello. Hi. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hello. Chris.